The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game has been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Please hit that bell notification and subscribe to the channel, as that does help me out greatly. Now listen, this is a video response. Yes, a video response that goes out to your boy, Mr. H Money, or H Money, Mr. DAZN. Shout out to H Money, man. I know a lot of people on YouTube, in the YouTube boxing community, they have their opinions on Mr. H Money, Mr. DAZN. I haven't had too many problems with H Money, Mr. DAZN. I mean, he said some things here and there in the past, but in my interaction with him in the comment section, on my lives in the comment section, he's been nothing but good to me. So hey, shout out to him. In fact, fuck it, go subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to his channel. You know, shout out to everybody out there on the come up, trying to better their YouTube channels and help grow the sport of boxing in their own creative way. Now look, he made a video, and the video was basically titled, you know, is Tyson Fury the next Muhammad Ali? And it's interesting because it was a great topic. It was a hell of a topic. And H Money said that Tyson Fury isn't the next Muhammad Ali. And you know what? Sometimes your boy BT can be a bit controversial. Sometimes I have a much different opinion on people, and this is no different, because I'm going to prove to you how irrefutably how Tyson Fury is the next Muhammad Ali. So this is my response to H Money, Mr. DAZN, why Tyson Fury is the next Muhammad Ali. We will start with reason number one as to why Tyson Fury is the next Muhammad Ali, and we're going to start in the boxing ring, and then as we move on, we'll work our way outside the boxing ring. So reason number one why Tyson Fury is the next Muhammad Ali is the fact that when Muhammad Ali was coming up as a fighter, he moved abnormally well for heavyweight. We had not seen a heavyweight move as gracefully or as well as Mr. Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali. We hadn't seen that. We hadn't seen that before. When we saw Muhammad Ali, when people saw Muhammad Ali at that particular time in box history, there had been nothing like it in the heavyweight division at that time. And then, you know, I think it's fair to say with Tyson Fury, with him being 6'9", moving as gracefully as he does in the ring, we haven't ever seen anything like him either. So they're alike in that way to me. You know, they didn't really change the design of the heavyweight fighter or the heavyweight champion, but they improved on the design and what we think a heavyweight champion should look and fight like. They pushed the boundaries of what we think a heavyweight, top level heavyweight fighter, heavyweight champion should be. So they're that way to me, like that. You see what I'm saying? So there's that one. All right. Reason number two as to why Muhammad Ali or Tyson Fury is the next Muhammad Ali is the fact that they both had controversial fights early in their careers that people thought they lost. They both had controversial fights with fighters that people thought they should have beat easily, but they didn't beat them so easily. And many people would even say that Fury and Ali got gift decisions against both these fighters. Muhammad Ali had a fight early in his career with Doug Jones, you know, who was supposed to be a takeover fight. Doug Jones gave Muhammad Ali all he could handle, and a lot of people to this very day think Doug Jones won that fight and Muhammad Ali got a gift. Ali never gave Doug Jones a rematch. He went on to fight Sonny Liston just right after that and beat him, so this gets forgotten about. But a lot of people do think Doug Jones won that fight. And same thing happened with Tyson Fury when he was fighting at that British level, when he was coming up as a young fighter. You know, he fought John McDermott. And a lot of people, and I'm not gonna lie to you, myself included, I thought John McDermott beat Tyson Fury. And you know, he got the decision. It was known as a gross and horrible robbery. But Tyson Fury did give him a rematch, and he did beat him pretty well in the rematch. So that's what it was there. They both lost controversy. They both won some fights that many people thought they should have lost. And to further prove my point, you know, even with later in their careers, a lot of people thought that Jack Reese gave Fury too much time against Wilder in the first fight. When he got dropped in the 12th round, so people thought he should have lost to Wilder. And then Ali, you know, a lot of people think that Ken Norton beat Ali 3 of the 4 times. So, you know, they're a lot alike in that way too. See what I'm saying? Reason number 3 as to why Tyson Fury is in fact the next Muhammad Ali is the fact that they both dethroned the dominant heavyweight champions that were punchers of their era in their signature fights. So, you know, Muhammad Ali, one of his signature fights, if not his signature fight, it was against George Foreman. You know, George Foreman was coming off of demolition jobs of the likes of, Joe Frazier. Um, people pretty much thought this was going to be a death sentence for Muhammad Ali when he took this fight. You know, you had freaking Howard Cosell speaking before the fight in the build-up like it was a damn eulogy before the fight even happened. Same thing with Fury. You know, he had been out the ring for 2.5, 3 years before the first Deontay Wilder fight. Had some tune-up fights against some nobodies like Sefer Seferi and Pianetta. And then he fought Wilder, and it was the same kind of thing. You know, it was the same kind of thing. A lot of people going into that fight thought that this was going to be the final nail in the coffin for Tyson Fury. That's not how it played out. So you had that. And, I'm not going to ever compare Wilder to George Foreman in the sense of how great he is, because in no way, shape, or form will he ever be as great as the great George Foreman, one of the best boxers, period. But they are similar in the sense that they both picked up boxing later on in their lives. They didn't box for that long as amateurs, but they still managed to medal in the Olympics, and then they were both destructive punchers of their time and champions as well. So they are alike in that way. So I think that's another way you could say they're both alike. They both dethrone the dominant heavyweight punchers in their signature fights. You know, because I would say even though I think the Klitschko win is more significant for Fury in terms of level of opponent and how he did it, and him becoming a lineal heavyweight champion in that way, I think the Wilder fight is more significant because of what it represents for his career. It was the crescendo of his comeback from mental health and addiction. It was him announcing himself to the American sports public as a marquee name. So to me, that's the signature fight of his career. Reason number 4 as to why Tyson Fury is the next Muhammad Ali is the fact that just like Muhammad Ali, or Tyson Fury has worked with Bob Arum. Now, little known fact, we will drop some history on you guys today. We're going to drop some game on your asses today. Okay. When Bob Arum first got into boxing in the 60s, he was actually the vice president of Muhammad Ali's promotional company. Muhammad Ali had a promotional company called Main Bout, and Bob Arum was the vice president and secretary of Main Bout, and even held a 20% stake in the company. So Bob Arum had a significant role and a hand to play in the career of Muhammad Ali, as he is now as the head honcho of Top Rank Boxing. You know, now he's obviously a more established promoter. He's at the end of it. He's in the twilight of his life, but he's driving the engine of Tyson Fury's career as far as making him a star in America, getting him the right fights, building him into that marquee name that we all knew he could become, and slowly but surely is becoming. So the fact that Bob Arum has played such an integral role in the career of Ali, being that he owned 20% of the company, of Ali's promotional company, and was the secretary and vice president of that company, and now he is the promoter, the main promoter as far as in America.